Hi, I'm David, and today I want to show you how to use Wanikani with Tokki. Tokki is an app that lets you use any vocabulary that you're learning, either from Wanikani, classes, YouTube video, notebooks, anything that you currently have words you want to learn from, and then put them in to create playlists and flashcards really easily. So let me show you how to use this with Wanikani. So you go through Wanikani, you finish a review session, and at the end you have a variety of mistakes. So one of the things you can do is you can copy all of these and now head over to Tokki to get you started. So once you sign up for Tokki, you're going to see this page here, and we can then set up Japanese and Wanikani. So click Set Up Tokki. Let's go to Japanese. I'm going to choose a male voice. I'm going to set beginner for now, no transliteration. And here you can have the Wanikani integration. So I'm going to click next. And then here, I'm going to input my Wanikani API. And now Wanikani is connected. So I go down here into, I can choose which stage to import from. For the review, for the introduction, I'm just going to choose stage 3. So I go here. These are the 5 words that it's going to choose from Apprentice stage 3. And let's go. Later, we can add more, change all of it. There's lots of flexibility, but for now, let's get started here and I'll show you what this looks like. So the way that Tokki works is you're going to set your language context. These are the words that you want to learn. Then you can learn those words individually or as sentences, listen to them, and then also create one-click flashcards for anything you don't understand. And finally, from anywhere, we can pivot to ChatGPT. So let's go in. Our Japanese setup's complete. Let's get started. So from the homepage, this is going to be the homepage where all the playlists live. I'm going to close some of these cards for now, but we've set up initial context, which I'll show you in a second. But for now, this is our playlist. So we started with these 5 words, and now when we go in, we're going to see these words as our vocabulary. So in this specific case, we can see that enzymes was one of the words I'm learning in Wanikani. And then here is a sentence using it, as well as the pronunciation, the English, and for each of the words, we have them right below. So I can listen to this here.
酵素は食べ物を消化するのに大事です。
And then anything I don't understand, I can save. So for instance, let's suppose I don't know shoka. Let's suppose I don't know this one. Then I can go in, see the definition. I can save the flashcards. I can hear the pronunciation. I can pivot to ChatGPT if I don't understand it. We have a mnemonic here related to the pronunciation. I can fetch images, which for enzyme is going to be papaya, because papayas have enzymes. And then we can close it, and these will now be flashcards. The other thing to notice here is all of these words that we saved now become something we can open as a lesson in ChatGPT. So if I click this and move over to ChatGPT, then in ChatGPT, it'll take all the context, so these are the sentences and the words that we were learning, and open a specific lesson just for them. So here we have the sentence we were learning, all the breakdown, the focus words, and then it gives us other examples, a memory aid, and obviously we can pivot and keep asking questions if we want to go deeper. So going back to Tokki, let's close out of the lesson. So those are some of the functionality for sentences and learning them. The other thing we can do is we can go to playlists. So if we go to playlists and start here, we have all the sentences in an immersive loop. So we can listen to them over and over to really start to grok them.
酵素は食べ物を消化するのに大事です。
This will then pause for a set of time, which you can modify here.
酵素は食べ物を消化するのに大事です。
And so when we're done, we can move out and go back to home. So that is the sentences as the playlist. Let me just show you the flashcards. So in the flashcards, we saved a couple flashcards from the sentences. And now here we have 5 new flashcards to review. So the first one is just going to show us the word itself.
酵素は食べ物を消化するのに大事です。
And you can go further down and really get context. This brings all the context from that specific sentence into the flashcard immediately, so you don't have to add it, as well as the audio. The other thing it does is we've now created them in close, so you can see them in context.
酵素は食べ物を消化するのに大事です。
Which is great. Let's do that. And then this is what the image one looks like that we also saved.
酵素は食べ物を消化するのに大事です。
If you want to go deeper for the specific word, you can also open it in ChatGPT here in the corner. There's some advanced review functionality as well as keyboard shortcuts. So now let's go back to context. So we copied a bunch of words at the beginning from our mistakes. So let's add those to Tokki. So I go here, paste in the words that I had as my mistakes, and I add them to my context. And what that'll do now is I've added them as words that we can use for the future. So these were some of the words that we used previously. Let me archive these for now. And let's go to waiting to learn. And in here you can see that we have two items we had before and then 7 new ones. And so these words were my mistakes. So now I can go in and create a playlist just using that. So let me create a couple of sentences with that so you can see it. So right now what it's doing is it takes the words from our context. So these are words we specifically said we wanted to learn, create sentences with them that we can then do all the functionality we saw before. So it added these 3 words, which I'm learning in Wanikani. They're right here as flashcards. And now
彼は奔放な性格です。
本邦な性格です. So let me just reload this really quick. So you can see it. And here you can see that it has the words. So here is honpona seikaku. Honpona is uninhibited or free-spirited. I really don't know that. So this is a great example. Just seeing this in Wanikani, I could learn how to memorize it, but I never would actually see it in a sentence. And then if I added it to Anki, I'd maybe copy the word, but I wouldn't really have it in a sentence I can listen to. And so here I have it in a useful phrase, and I can also go deeper. So I can click here, for instance, go open to ChatGPT to show you what this looks like, and then it'll open that specific sentence, and I can see honpo means free-spirited, and I can keep asking clarifying questions to understand it further. And as long as I have it in my context, I can keep making new versions of the sentence. So that is Tokki. There's plenty more, but hopefully this gives you a sense for how you can use it with Wanikani. Let me know if you use it, and thanks for trying.